In this live stream, I'm going to start a new Anomaly mod run, you could call it. And I'm starting as UNISG, UNISG. So people that have been watching my other streams, if you've been watching the Anomaly mod gameplay, typically I play as loner. And I have a loner run, a save file active. But today I'm starting a new one life Anomaly mode, one life Iron Man mode as UNISG, aka UNISG. And before starting a run, Anomaly mode run, I make the rules before starting it, which means I determine before starting the playthrough, the run, what you want to call it, I decide the rules. So for this playthrough, this run, one life Anomaly mode, one life Iron Man mode as UNISG, I will allow myself to spawn in 3 toolkits for the technician, which means there's a technician that you can pay to upgrade your gear. And I will allow myself to spawn in 3 toolkits for him. And this will be a one life Iron Man mode run, which means if I die just one time, it's permanently game over. So Anomaly mode, it's my favorite card game, I would say. And I own the 3 base games, original games on Steam. I think I bought them in a bundle when they were on sale. Stalker, Call of Pripyat, Shadow Chernobyl, and Clear Sky. So the Anomaly mod is free to download and play from ModDB. So if you see me playing this and you want to try it yourself, you can find the mod, the game that I'm playing, free to download and play on ModDB. Now, I would recommend that you buy the original games first, and they're not expensive on Steam to support the game developers that are responsible for this game that some people have used the base game to create a standalone mod for. So Anomaly mod is a mod, standalone mod for the Stalker franchise, and it's highly customizable, and I've enjoyed playing it. So, one life Iron Man mode means what? Well, normally in video games, you can die and then reload your last save and keep playing from the last time you saved your game. With Iron Man mode enabled for Anomaly mode, you start a new game and click Iron Man mode. You can select how many lives you have, which means the way that I will play this is one life Iron Man mode, as you can see in the titles a lot of times. That means that I only have one life, and if I die one time in the game, all my previous save games are removed, which means hopefully I'll survive more than one day. Okay, so today I'm starting a new round, a new game, Anomaly mode, one life Iron Man mode as UNISG, and start playing the game and advancing in the quest, like the storyline. It's like a main storyline. And as long as I don't die, I can save my game when I'm done playing, if that's 30 minutes or 6 hours from now. Save the game, end it, and then reload my save and keep playing tomorrow. Now, if I die in the game just one time, it's permanent, the game over. So, here we go, starting a new Anomaly mode run as UNISG. And as I said before, the rules are I will allow myself to spawn in 3 toolkits, debug console use. I will allow myself to spawn in 3 toolkits for the technician. And that's it. So no debug console use after that. I will start a new game with debug console enabled, spawn in 3 toolkits, and then save the game, end the game, and turn off the debug console. So here we go. This will be the start of a new One Life Iron Man mode round live. Okay. So I guess that there's some value to that. It's like live, and watching my live streams is like, how long can I survive? And if I die live, if I die one time, it's permanently game over. So starting a new Anomaly mode run as UNISG, one life Iron Man mode, and see how long I can make it. If I can beat the main storyline, and that might take some time. I'm not going to push it too much, going too fast. There's going to be a better way to go about things. Whereas if I stress it and try to advance in the main quest too quickly, I'm more likely to die. So it makes more sense to take it slowly and build up my gear and like work to get money so I can build up a stock of medical supplies and ammo and upgrade my gear and buy new weapons and things like this, rather than just as soon as I spawn in start doing the main storyline. So rules for this one life armad mode run playing as UNISG, aka GRE, okay, Bre, GRE, okay, GREH, um, is debug console used once to spawn in three toolkits, and I will allow myself to make game setting changes, which means there's gameplay difficulty and progression difficulty in different settings. So I will allow myself to make game settings changes. And as far as debug console use goes, I will enable it once, spawn in three toolkits, and then turn it off. So, and you might catch me now and then alt tabbing to ensure that I'm still live streaming because it happened yesterday when I was playing that I thought I went live like this and start playing, and I'm supposed to be screen sharing, and it's just me on camera. So it's like, oh yeah, let's see that guy over there. Let's go over here, and it's just like it was just me. It's like face cam, mics up, playing video games on the side. That was not what I was aiming for. There's some quality to that, but that wasn't what I was going for. So I went live to show my gameplay, and it's most of the gameplay, and there's like a little box with my face on it as I'm playing, and it was the inverse. There was no gameplay and all Mike's house face to play video games like this. Okay, and I thought I was showing the games I was playing, so I spent 2-3 hours or something just streaming my face as I'm playing a video game. So you might catch me all tabbing sometimes to check that I'm still showing the game. Okay, so I'm using Rumble Studio, which is not OBS Studio, which most professional gaming streamers use. OBS Studio is pretty common, and I don't use that. So I just use browser-based studio Bumble, okay, which I can recommend to people if you're looking to become a content producer, like a live streamer. Getting a Rumble account, and you can live stream, add your YouTube channel as a destination, so you can go live from Rumble Studio to YouTube, and it's free. So I used to use StreamYard before as a service to live stream from, until they raised the prices. But now it's like $50 a month or something like this for the tier one, like level one subscription to use StreamYard. So I stopped using that and I switched to Rumble. Rumble Studio is pretty much like StreamYard, only free. So anyway, let's not get carried away too much. The main focus here is I'm going to start a new Iron Man mode run. And here we go. First, I'll make some changes to the stream. I'm going to put some restrictions on the chat. There you go. Was a person getting blocked? And now I'm going to turn on subscriptions. So people need to have been subscribed to me for 20 minutes to leave a comment. And people that have been subscribed, but wait, there's more. People that have been subscribed for 20 minutes can leave comments every 11 seconds. So they can't spam the chat. And the things that people can do to lose their commenting privileges, like leave comments that annoy me, rude, toxic, disrespectful. So anyway, here we go. Gonna start a new One Life Iron Man mode one. And if you see me go live, it's like part two. Now, it's not impossible I die here part one. Okay, you never know. So if you see me go live again, part two, uh, if you tune in, you never know. Will this be the last time he plays? So there's a little bit of an extra entertainment value for the viewers, I reckon, because it's how long can he last, understand? So here we go. I'm gonna change the settings on Rumble, enable subscribers only chat, slow chat. There you go. And starting a new Iron Man mode run, Stalker Anomaly mode. I still have a loner faction save file going, which means I started a new One Life Iron Man mode as loner faction, which is my standard faction, which is my preferred faction, as a matter of fact, for more like enjoyable gameplay and long term. You know, starting a normal mode, One Life Iron Man mode, and if I'm really looking to survive as long as possible, loan faction is better for that. And I know the ins and outs. There's more safe zones. It's easier to survive quite a long time for longevity. Picking loner as your starting faction for One Life Iron Man mode makes more sense. And once you've got the hang of things, like here's a safe zone, this is a dangerous spot, here's where the monolith spawn, and you can figure things out. So, loner faction is my favorite faction. But in this gaming stream, I'm starting a new one as UNISG, Gre, okay, UNISG, aka GREH. So UNISG is a cut from the base game faction. So there's like things. Part of what like some of these mods are working with is like going through the databases from the game developers, and it could be like they can tell it's like, oh, the P90 was supposed to be in the game because there's like a there's in the archives or like the beans or like the configs, you can see it's like the developers were working to have the P90 in game, and then they didn't add it like in the final release. And some of like the mods that people are doing is enabling things that were part of the game, and then the developers disable it before publishing the like the final release. That's part of like the modding community, is finding things that uh, like vehicles, for example. In the original games, you can tell that the developers are working to have vehicles like cars be part of the game, where you could drive vehicles, and then they decided to not have that part of the final product. And then people dug through the files and figured out that they had uh, like vehicles were at some point in time they were considering or working towards adding vehicles to the gameplay, but decided in the final release before publishing that we don't have drivable vehicles in the game. And then there's mods that have added that back. So UNISG is a cut from the game faction that was intended to be part of the original games, or considered at least. And then developers decided to not have that faction included in the original games. And this is a mod, an Omni mod, and you cannot just have UNISG be part of the game, but you can play as them, which I will be doing in this gameplay. And once more, the rules for this game set, which I decide before a new One Life Iron Man mod runs, if into an Omni mod gameplay, these are the things I'm doing on my channel consistently right now. Have been doing for a while. UNISG, yeah. So the story is UNISG is a little bit different here. So here we go. Enable screen share. Okay. So here we go. So this is the launch menu, and I'm gonna click debug mode to enable the debug console. To spawn in 3 toolkits. So before starting One Life RMAD mode round, how I do it is I decide before I start it. It's like I go around thinking about maybe start a new One Life RMAD mode round, and then I decide yes I'm doing it, and then I decide the rules before starting it, because it happened before. It's like I start a new One Life RMAD mode run, and I don't decide ahead of time, end up, you know what, that's spawning a little bit of stuff, and end up being like a killer candy store with like spawning all the guns and armor and weapons and money, and it starts being fun, because part of the fun is how hard it is. It's like the difficulty is part of the gameplay, what makes it engaging. That is hardness, and it's risky, and especially now with high stakes, where it's like if I spend 2 weeks. This happened recently, actually, where I had like a daily playing, and I was in a One Life Ironman mode run as loner, and I ended up dying. And I had spent maybe what 40 hours or more on that One Life Ironman mode run, and I died one time, and it's probably the game over. So it's higher stakes. So here, I'm gonna click new game. And for those of you here, I've taken a look before start to play as UNISG. I've searched YouTube before. It's like UNISG and all the model stuff. And I've seen other people play as UNISG and stuff. And it's always comments like, how do I enable them? So if you're one of these people that have an Anomaly mod and haven't figured out how to play as UNISG faction yet, you can learn from this video. So how to play as UNISG in an Anomaly mod segment starting now. So I'm gonna click new game here. New game. Faction. Notice how there's no UNISG in here. Until I click, and all I'm gonna do is to type on my keyboard UNISG. UNISG. Okay. And notice how that popped up now, this emblem, as a faction I can play, and it's in the bottom right corner. So notice how it's kind of like a hidden way to unlock that faction. As you go to the main menu and you click new game, and it's like the menu here where you change everything and decide if you're going to have one life Iron Man mode or anything else. So if you go to how to play as UNISG, is you go to the click new game and then you just type on the keyboard UNISG. So it's no like you click, you don't see what you're typing in. It's not like you click a certain box or go somewhere and then writing that in. Just click new game while you're in the new game menu. You just write on the keyboard UNISG, and now it unlocks UNISG as a playable faction, and the emblem is in the bottom right corner. So that's how you unlock UNISG as a playable faction. And I'm on Anomaly mod 1.5.3, in case you're wondering. So after typing UNISG, that unlocked that as a playable faction, and the emblem for UNISG is this microscope, and it's in the bottom right corner. So once again, to reiterate, if you're watching this and you have an Anomaly mod or you downloaded it and you want to try playing as UNISG, how to do that is click start a new game, and then you just type UNISG on your keyboard, and then you go click select faction, and in the bottom right corner, that's the emblem for UNISG, the one with the microscope on it. And I guess that's got to be a microscope. Yeah, it looks like it. And name myself Mike Saha, as I normally do. Mike Saha. And then location, Sawmill, Dog Space. We're not picking random. And we have story mode, and then we click Iron Man mode. Iron Man lives 1. So clicking Iron Man mode and then having it set to 1 life means if I die 1 time, it's game over. So I can play for 3 hours here, save my game, get tired of playing, end the stream, end the game, load my game and keep playing tomorrow, pick up where I left off, as long as I don't die. But much like in real life, if I die just 1 time, it's permanently game over. So I can keep saving and reloading as long as I don't die. But if I die once, the game deletes all your previous save games, and it gives you a permanent game over. So what I'm gonna pick is the P90. I could also pick the SD6 here, because I know that the P90 will be purchasable from the trader. It might be better to get the MP5 SD6 and the A card for it, and then later on invest in the P90. Yeah, we'll do it like that. We'll get the MP5 SD6. And as in real life, the MP5 SD6 is a submachine gun that's integrally suppressed, which means that it's not a weapon where the suppressor is added later on, like aftermarket or something like this. It was designed to be a suppressed weapon, and highly effective. So the SD6 is integrally suppressed, which means they build it from the ground up to be a suppressed weapon. And it's a lot quieter than a lot of other suppressed weapons. So the MP5 SD6, and we're talking real life now, you can load it with standard factory 9mm ammo, 9x19, and it will be super quiet. So with a 45 ACP, a 45 is naturally subsonic. So a 1911, for example, if it's threaded and you would add discrete suppressor on it, you can have standard factory ammo, 45 ACP, and it will be subsonic. So part of the report of a gunshot is not just about like muffling the explosion sound from within the firearm. It's also if the bullet travels at a subsonic speed, it breaks the sound barrier. You know how if a jet goes over, you see there's sometimes like bang, there's a bang, the rattles, whistles and stuff. So if an orbit surpasses the speed of sound, there's a supersonic crack. So there's a sound that happens when the projectile itself breaking the sound barrier. So it's not just about muffling the sound of the gunpowder explosion happening inside of the firearm. If you're looking to have the gunshot be as quiet as possible, it's also like, is the bullet breaking the sound barrier? It's like the speed of light and the speed of sound. So if a bullet travels faster than the speed of sound, accelerates past the speed of sound, it creates a supersonic crack, which means the bullet itself travels through the air, has like a bang sound, okay? Like a fighter jet breaking the sound barrier, there's an explosion, like a bang sound. So a 45 ACP is naturally subsonic, which means a person has a 45 ACP firearm, just screw a suppressor on it loaded with standard ammo, will be super quiet because a 45 doesn't break the sound barrier. Whereas a 9mm is a lighter and faster bullet, and even if you screw a suppressor on like a 9mm firearm, standard ammo will still uh, propel the projectile to supersonic speed, hypersonic speeds. So there's two ways to go about it. You can buy subsonic ammo, okay? So you can have a 9mm pistol with a suppressor and buy subsonic ammo, which is designed to be weaker and not make the bullet travel so fast that it breaks the sound barrier. Or H&K built this MP5 SD6, which is integrally suppressed. And the beauty of the design is you don't have to buy subsonic ammo. The weapon is designed even if you load it with standard ammo, there's like simplified the drill holes in the barrel and there's a suppressor around the barrel with holes drilled in it. So it will bleed off gas to make the bullet not accelerate past the sound barrier. So the gun itself is designed, even if you load it with standard ammo, it's still, the bullet's not gonna break the sound barrier because it will kind of bleed off powder gases and make sure that the bullet doesn't get too fast. So anyway, we're geeking out here about firearms facts, so we don't have to spend too much time there. But here's the MP5 SD6, and I picked an ACOG for it, and I still have 350 points left. And we'll pick what else? We go for food and drinks. A can of baked beans and an energy drink, and bandage, antibiotics. Can't afford that. Batteries, bread, and another energy drink. So I got 0 points left. I then started.
I missed them.
And immediately I will change the game settings. Gameplay difficulty. So I'm changing the game settings here. And then disguise system. Yes. And then for fast travel for this UNISG one, I'm clicking visited only, which means uh, I will be able to fast travel to locations I have previously visited. Loading on a little bit.
Ты пушку-то спрячь.
This guy has a high level outfit. He's got a EXO and almost like an alt in him. There's some money too. There's the faction leader, and I know there's some stuff to pick up here. And what I'm going to do here is loot the bodies, which this guy's doing already. So I should have been a little bit faster. Beat it to the punch. And this will give me some gear that I can sell after getting to the trader. So, speaking of stalker, I'm a target of a secret persecution program called Gang Stalker on videos, and I've been targeted for more than a decade with this. And it's terrorism, it's domestic terrorism. Is what it is. And it's state persecution too. So now I will talk to this guy here. Tell me when to go.
Сколько у меня в заначке скопилось? Чуть не пересчитывал.
And then check my PDA. Which one is mine? I guess this one is mine. And I can't fast travel now. Task list, intelligence. And they want to go over here.
Достала. Ух, достала ж ты меня зона.
So I'm gonna have to make it all the way over there.
Было бы где отсидеться.
Wow, that's a long way to
Никого
go
надежного.
and
Ни
survive.
тут, ни там.
So I could have made it easier by having fast travel enabled to where I can just fast travel over there right away. But for this playthrough, I changed the settings to the fast travel feature in the game. You can have it entirely turned off. I clicked visited only, which means if I visit a location, I can read a fast travel to.
Судьба какая долбаная.
And it's quite a long way to go. Dark Valley.
Так, что-то у меня сейчас неудобного осталось. Или перебиться пока.
I guess I could wear disguise. Radiation patch. No, you know what? I will let myself fast travel to that spot. With that load game. We start over from the beginning. since I didn't die, I can reload it. Here.
Сталкер!
Okay. And then these suits, we can use them as disguises, as long as we don't strip the tag off of them. Okay, there you go. And this time there wasn't any suits. In my previous load there was suits there, which I could have used to disguise myself. So I'm gonna have to figure something else out. Check the settings again. So this is what I mean with the rules that I allow myself to make gameplay changes. I can change the settings as much as I want. Now, for the fast travel, I'm sticking to the visited only, which means if I visit a certain location in this game, I can later fast travel back to it. There's different settings we can set it so you can fast travel freely. Now it will be difficult making it alive to the first location here on foot will be difficult, more or less. And I have 71 9 by 19 millimeter from the back rounds. Old 9 by 19. And with old ammo, you're more likely to have malfunctions and jams. And I'm pretty sure they also wear down your weapon quicker. So there's a dynamic where you have to maintain your weapons and repair them and things like this.
Ты пушку-то спрячь.
So take the mission from this guy. Okay.
Ты пушку-то спрячь.
But this one, it doesn't have a sticker on it. Can you attach one? Or if I do this? No. Okay. So I would have to find a suit that has the sticker still on it. Mhm. Okay, now get going. I'll just simplify this roll then. The dark out to darkscape. Hopefully I can pass through the right side protection. I'm not sure. I guess I could travel here. This rookie village. Yeah, it's better to travel this way. I come out here. I'll make it all the way. Yeah. so long. So I know this road from playing as lonely before starting Rookie Village, which is over here. So I know the road. Once I get out here, I know how to make it through garbage to Rostock. Now that could be really hard to survive through there if there's hostiles. I'm UNISG, which means I would have to figure out, find a disguise, be able to make it that far. So we go for a loner. Or I have to kill a loner to get his suit and wear it as a disguise. and when I start a new loaner run, I can have several games going at the same time. And I can start a new uh, loaner run and have different save games, so I can play my Unis run and I can switch to another. Okay, I'm happy to get a disguise now. Bandit. Bandit. Three stalkers. It's like it's a little bit frustrating. It's like it's so obvious I'm being shadow banned, and that's frustrating. Sometimes like knowing how big I'll be on social media, but now if I had it for cheating by the deep state, then it's like I'm definitely being shadow banned. I've been live for 49 minutes playing Anomaly long, and I have zero views on YouTube, but I'm not being shadow banned. Like, it's not that there's a program that there's an effort to work to keep from getting views. That's I really don't like that. It's like worse than communism. It's like there's a system working to cheat and make sure that I don't have success with match. I would end up having a lot of success and go and get a lot of views. I probably have like more than 100,000 followers on social media by now if it hadn't been for the efforts to sabotage what I'm doing. So I have to be crazy to think that that's not going on. So I just started a UNISG playthrough. I'm gonna end this UNISG part one. And we'll see if I start another normal mod run later on. This could be a live stream.